stripe. Flat earth beneath my feet, knowing I'm here to meet. Ocean's edge, it calls my name. Purpose in this life's game. Horizons line so clear, God's love brings me near. Flat earth made by him, my journey long yet thin. Purpose found in every day, guided by his gentle sway. Mountains totally stand in place.
Yo, Fluffs, what's up? I'm good. Glad you could make it. It's good to see you all. And I got one simple question for you.
Cool.
Why didn't it show? Stupid thing. Sorry. Let's try that again. I got one simple question for you.
Come on then. Because I thought the first question was, why didn't it show?
Yeah. Let's try again.
Okay.
This is what I wanted to ask.
What is gravity?
You have no idea. Okay, next question.
No idea. Not even the professional.
What a
Has
terrible
any idea.
start.
Has any idea.
But how's it going, Ryan? How's it going, PJ?
Oh, groovy. Oh, good, sir. First stream tomorrow. It's all sorted now. It's first
Woohoo!
on the new channel.
Well, you've hit over 100 subscribers, which is
Yeah, 124. So thanks, guys, for resubscribing. So in one day, I've got a third of my subscribers back, which is good.
very, very good. Hopefully, many more to come.
Yeah, I'll just put the link in for the stream for tomorrow morning stream, and if people want to sub still, they can sub through that.
So, guys, do you believe that people actually think gravity is real?
People do actually believe it, and they still can't tell you what it is, but they will fight tooth and nail for it. They will fight tooth and nail.
I don't know if you guys have realized that people try and associate things falling to the ground, so therefore gravity.
Yeah.
Without understanding then that thing that they call gravity is just acceleration towards the ground has never been hypothesized scientifically or validated experimentally that it is gravity.
The problem is, if you let something go, why does it go down? That's the problem. Why didn't it go left or right or up? But things do go up. Things do go left and right if you chuck them that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, look, the gravity vector is just simply to say down to the ground. That's practically all it's saying.
That's it.
But the thing is it gravity? Is it mass attracting mass, as they claim? Or is it just simply the displacement ratios because the air cannot support the object?
It's easy. It's simple. It's just like the air doesn't support the object. It's so simple to see. You don't need anything pulling it down. It doesn't need any kind of attraction. I don't think. Not even electrostatic. What is it? Incoherent dielectric acceleration. It doesn't need that. The incoherent part's a bit.
Yeah, it is very incoherent. I agree.
Yeah.
But it's weird because people will fight tooth and nail for this thing called gravity, and they'll make sure that everybody that disagrees with them will just get insulted.
Mm-hmm.
You're just stupid.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's so true.
I
I
was
was thinking about it the other day. It says Flatzoid needs some aviators and some khaki clothes and some blues or whites. It will look like a 70s policeman.
But do you remember the mixture that this did of mine and your face, and we looked like Goose from Top Gun?
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. My wife wants me to get rid of the stash. But I told her it's November, man. I just want to grow it, but just for November.
Gooseoid. Yeah, that was it. PJ Gooseoid.
But yeah, we do have a video to go through, by the way.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's good to see everybody in the YouTube lands as well. Please do hit the likes, share the show. Really do appreciate you all. Yeah, if you haven't already, just do so. So, what do you think is going to be presented?
Copyright and fair use. So
Make
maybe
sure you see it.
something to do with copyright and fair use of the terms and conditions of YouTube, probably.
Now, people put this on their videos so they can see. They're just using fair use.
Okay.
But anyway, he says, someone told me gravity doesn't exist. Let's discuss. Interesting.
I think I should start using that saying right there, one like that. You know.
Are you ready to start?
Mhm.
Let's do this. And Ryan is very lively today.
But this intercept claims that the shot would be taken from beyond a mile.
You know what it takes to make a shot at that range? Everything comes into play that far. Humidity, elevation, temperature, wind, spin, drift. There's a 6 to 10 second flight time, so you have to shoot it where the target's going to be. Even the Coriolis effect, the spin of the Earth, comes into play.
Did you hear that? He claimed the Coriolis effect comes at a mile. In fact, they'll play. You do know this was just based in the movie, though. Well, this is a movie, but a mile. Saying if you shoot a mile, Coriolis will come into play. I agree with him. Temperature, humidity, spin drift, which is based on the Magnus effect, barrel roll and that. Great. But Coriolis? You know what's funny about the Coriolis, though, with snipers and long-range shooters? When you ask them, do you account for Coriolis? They say yes. And you ask how, and they say they don't know how. How do you account for something if you don't know how to account for it?
So,
Besides, this is actually going against anti-flat Earth's arguments. Isn't it true, guys?
yeah,
Because they claim the air moves with the Earth. So therefore, the bullet is also supposed to be moving with the Earth.
that's right. That's right.
Really weird.
The problem now.
But it's good to see you guys. Okay.
Hey everyone, we're going to go off the beaten path today to discuss something. We'll return to standard content after this video. I have some Bible stuff planned that I want to cover, but just bear with me for one video. Hopefully I won't have to do any follow-ups to this one video. On my channel, I really like to stick to Christian content, but every once in a while, things will intertwine. I was talking to someone recently and I was made aware of a video called Jesus Was a Flat Earther. And the title bothered me because things like this can soon become matters of faith.
Jesus was a flat earther. That was actually our stream, remember?
It was.
We did a stream on Jesus was a flat earther.
Aye. Mhm. Thank you,
And
Angela.
by the way, this guy was invited to come and talk on that video. He didn't. So
Yeah,
But you see
Angela
what he's-
Pateron, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Andrew Matthew, thank you very much. Sorry, Flex.
no stress. But you see, his issue is now. I wanted to say something I can't remember.
Sorry, my bad.
I can't remember. But anyway, his issue is now if you're claiming Jesus is a flat earther, it becomes a faith issue. No, nobody ever said that. I think we've made it very clear that if you believe the earth's a globe, it's not going to change your salvation. It doesn't make a salvation issue.
Yeah, that's it.
If you just stick with John 3:16, that's practically all you need to know. If you accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior and you ask for forgiveness and ask God to come into your life, then you're saved. If you believe a globe or flat earth or a donkey earth, it's not going to change if you're saved or not. And this is also why I think when I talk to the people that don't believe in the Trinity, it doesn't mean they're not saved. Just like they don't agree with us in the Trinity, we don't agree with them. That's not the Trinity. It doesn't make them not saved, just to let you guys know. So when we see the people attacking them as heretics and bad and stuff, it actually breaks my heart because we're supposed to be on the same side. You know what I mean? There is, however, false doctrines we do stand up for, and that's probably why PJ got his channel taken down.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
People that push, yeah.
I've got 370. Well, I had 376 subscribers. To be a scammer, you need to be making money of some sort, don't you?
Yes, you do.
And
And you have to make it in deceptive ways.
yeah, deceptive practices as well. Yeah, I think if telling the truth as I see it and as what Scripture says is deceptive practices, then I'm guilty. I'm absolutely guilty. But I don't think it is that.
Yeah, it's probably someone who was just really buttered about us speaking out against their false doctrine.
Absolutely.
And yes, guys, we've been getting a lot of attack by people about Satan's short season kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
which is, like, again, sad. We have to unfortunately stand up for it and say, guys, read your Bible. The Bible's very clear. Satan's short season has not happened yet. I actually watched a very important, well, interesting video today, or listened to it, from a channel. A guy is a Jewish convert, so he's a Messianic Jew, so he's a Christian, and he was talking about the temple and the third temple and things, and talking about the Jewish Bible, how it speaks of the third temple. It says the Messiah won't come after the third temple. It actually talks about the Messiah coming before the second temple gets destroyed. How below? That's Jesus. Jesus is the Messiah. So when the Jews are waiting for this Messiah on the third temple, it's not even written in their books.
Wow.
Yeah.
Madness. Debatable D. Yeah, I agree with you. Debatable just said PJ's channel was taken down, yet Arwen's channel still lives on. Weird world. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but yeah, let's go on. So we just make it clear, if you believe in a flat earth or not, it's not going to change if you're a believing God or not. Obviously, flat earth does bring people to God. We've seen this with evidence. A lot of people have become known to a creator, and a lot of them have turned to the Christian God of the Bible because of this. But we can also say that there's a lot of people that have turned away from the faith based on believing in evolution and the heliocentric model. So it does have repercussions. Not saying that you don't get Christian glow believers. Obviously, the majority of Christians are believers.
Of course.
But yeah, it's a touchy topic, I'd say. Okay.
To people, so I wanted to talk about this briefly. So the issue arose when someone told me the Earth was flat, but not just that it's flat. They also said gravity doesn't exist.
Yep, gravity.
And that's when I finally decided I had to say something and make a short video. Most of you don't know me personally, but one of my hobbies is long-range shooting, and I really enjoy the math and science behind it. And we're not going to go too deep today, and hopefully this video won't.
Maths and science behind long-range shooting. Okay, there's some math because you have to calculate.
Yeah, of course.
To calculate some things, which makes it easier.
Yeah.
But science, I'm not sure what science he's talking about though. Maybe the science in trying to get the technologies to work better with the gun to shoot further and stuff. Yeah, maybe, but that's about it. But shooting self, science, unless you want to just say bang causes go, that's about it.
Yeah.
But okay.
Be too long. First, let's address gravity. Did you know that there's actually a formula for gravity?
I love how he's laughing while he's saying that. You know, there's a formula for gravity. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Of course, there's a formula for gravity.
Can you have a formula for something that doesn't exist, that can't be tested, can't be seen, can't be proven? Can't be proven. How can you have a formula? It's weird. Well, mind you, you can make up a formula for anything, can't you? It represents anything. No.
I can I can make a formula to say in the sixth dimension this cup is actually pink.
Yes, absolutely.
It doesn't mean that it actually is pink in reality. It's just in the sixth dimension this cup is pink.
Of course it is.
Because the
Always.
formula says so, the equation says so.
Of course it does.
I'm just going to go put the pump off.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's ridiculous what people think they can get away with for proof nowadays, evidence, and that's the evidence, the gravity thing. And like you said earlier, they fight tooth and nail for this thing they can't prove at all. And they will hold on to it, clinging within the skin of their teeth and never concede, even though they'll just keep doubling down on what they're saying and circle around to what they said at the start. Gravity's not a force, but it works as a force. It's just ridiculous. A whole lot of it. It's mental. It's mental just to keep believing it. Especially when there's lack of evidence for it whatsoever. It can't even be tested. Man, this. But this little diagram, this might explain it all. I like it. VOT. Velocity, height, I take it. Or vector, height.
Haha. Sorry about that. I just had to put that off quickly. Okay. So yeah, guys, there is a link. There's a link in the description if you want to come. Hey, Roger, what's up, man?
Roger. How is one?
It's good. By the way, I got a message today saying Chronicles talks about the Bible. The Bible talks about, in Chronicles, gravity.
In Chronicles, talks about gravity. Where?
Yeah,
Chronicles is mainly genealogy.
Yeah. Let me quickly read it out to you. And
I mean, there is a bit more to Chronicles, but in general, it's genealogy.
Yeah, but it's got literally nothing to do with gravity, the scripture. Okay, let's quickly.
Can't have.
There we go. Let me just zoom this. There we go. Just William. For the sake of truth, then, have you recognized that the phenomenon generally referred to as gravity is actually the divine part of creation described in Colossians, not Chronicles, 1 verse 16 to 17? For in him all things were created, things in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible. Whether thrones or powers or rulers or authorities, all things have been created through him and for him. He is before all things, and in him all things hold together. Food for thought.
Oh, so he thinks the visible and invisible and things hold together is to do with gravity. I bet
That just means it's spiritual. It's got to do because we fight against principalities and powers, not of this world. That's what it's practically about. This spiritual, God created the spiritual realm as he created the natural realm we're able to see. Yes, and God holds everything together. So he's almost saying God's gravity.
Exactly.
That's blasphemy, by the way.
That's just nothing to do. I mean, how anybody gets gravity out of that scripture is ridiculous.
Yeah. This is my comment. That has absolutely nothing to do with gravity.
Well, it hasn't. I was going to say it's nothing. I mean, I don't know where you'd get the idea from. You'd have to go into looking at that scripture thinking, right, this scripture has to prove gravity, so I need to make it prove gravity. That you have to. There's no way you can just read that.
But there's no gravity in there. He's reading invisible and saying, "Oh, you see, it's gravity," but that's not what it means.
And then things hold.
He's reading whole things together, and that's a new NIV translation as it looks.
Exactly.
He says, "I was quoting from the NIV, by the way." So Still has nothing to do with gravity. Then he says, nothing to do with gravity. How so? The word used in King James is consist, which Strong's Concordance defines as to place or bring together. Why would God have created the earth without providing the means of holding everything together? Gravity is clearly a part of creation, and there is plenty of reason to see in the Colossians reference as describing it.
So what is he saying? If there wasn't gravity, we'd be dust. Is that what he's saying? We'd be just small particles that doesn't hold together.
We wouldn't
It's just
exist.
ridiculous.
Yeah, he's saying God created gravity because he's saying, look at he created invisible things as well, and things hold together.
Yeah. Makes sense. Wow.
Who's this guy we're watching, anyways? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
What's up, Roger?
Not much. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know who we're watching. That's what I was asking.
I don't know who we're watching, to be honest.
This is his humble servant. He's one of the subscribers in Here I Am Lord Send Me's Discord.
I got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
By the way, tomorrow night we're gonna have a special show. It's obviously probably just gonna be Adam, myself, Michael, and PJ.
Nice.
It's gonna be on Adam's channel, I think, but I'm gonna probably stream it as well.
Cool.
Where we're going to be actually tackling some of these arguments. Gravity, most of them, based on Daily Corvid, because he's been calling myself and Adam out as fake.
Cool. Not good.
Yeah.
Not good.
We fake because we tell him gravity doesn't exist and Genesis.
Actually, sorry, I phased in and then. Actually, if someone's as I was going to say, yeah, I phased in and out, then it's the laptop I'm on, isn't it? Yes, if anybody's got Adam, Lord, Here I Am, Lord, send me link, can you put it in, please, so I can just link there rather than type it in, because I've lost all my subs as well, not just my subs, but the people I'm subbed to. I'm subbed to about 10 people now, flats and all that, so.
How many people you got now on your channel?
124, I think.
Wow, that's good, man. 124 subs in 2 days is very good.
Yeah, I've got a third back, and well, that's actually just one day, to be honest. Since it's 24 hours since people started.
Yeah, so 1 day.
Yeah,
very, very good.
Fair play. At least that's what I'm saying. People are loyal, man.
Yeah. Well, anyway, you see, this is him commenting. This is that Daily Corvid guy talking about. Gravity deniers are saying Genesis is a lie. That is so wrong. Where have we ever said Genesis is a lie, guys?
Never.
Matter of fact, we fight as Genesis as truth.
Absolutely.
So he's lying.
The original truth, the beginning of truth. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And then he says this is a Christian. But look at this. He says this is a Christian issue. You got every right, bro. That's a fact. Genesis 1:4-5 says there was morning and there was night the first day. That means Earth is spinning.
Wow. 9 day makes the Earth spin.
How simplistic, first you've got morning, then you've got night. That means Earth is spinning. Yes, if you're looking at it from that point of view.
First of all, there is no sun yet.
No.
Nope.
The heliocentric model requires the sun first before the Earth. The sun and moon only come on the fourth day, so there was already morning and evening 4 times before the sun and moon were created. That already debunks his whole argument. And no, the Earth was without form and void. That means no shape. Without form. A sphere is form, has form. It has a shape.
Yeah, it's a ball.
Yeah, so this guy is totally off his rocker, but this is the guy we will be addressing tomorrow because he brought out a few videos. Yeah. Pray for the guy. He needs help.
Yeah, man.
Okay, let's see.
No, I'm not doing a science video, but I just wanted you guys to know that. What someone needs to explain to me, though, if there's no gravity, how do ballistics work? For example, how would a mortar work? Or how would an artillery shell work?
Okay.
How does a bullet drop in rifle shooting work?
What does that got to do with gravity?
You know,
Just because you're claiming it's gravity doesn't mean it won't work without gravity. Gravity doesn't exist, so therefore we should say, why do you need gravity for it?
that's right.
Because you see, they claim it gravity needs to pull it down to the ground. We don't need to. When you shoot a bullet, it uses up energy. Okay, it's keeping to the first law of thermodynamics. It's transferring and transforming energy
Mm-hmm.
as that bullet is leaving, or that artillery shell, and it's using up the energy. Okay, it's that kinetic energy is being used up, and because it has potential energy, which means it's away from the ground. That potential is just a name to say, okay, it's away. It's a distance, so it can have energy, falling energy, kinetic energy. So as it is going away, it's using up that energy. The air around it still can't support it. A bullet's heavier than air. Our artillery shell's heavier than air. Air cannot hold it up. So where has it got to go? Down. No
Yep.
gravity needed.
Let's find its equilibrium, right?
Yeah, it's seeking its relative equilibrium.
No gravity.
Literally, yeah. Go ahead.
No, I said no gravity. I said
Gravity.
no gravity. You don't need gravity.
No, there's no gravity. The thing is, they claiming gravity, so therefore they want us to. Okay, the thing I want to say is, why is it that they think because they can just claim gravity, therefore it's fact, and everybody else that's telling them that's going against their belief, they're just wrong?
Mm.
I mean, what if we just say, okay, it's fact that it's pink pixie dust?
Okay.
And if anybody goes against that, they're just wrong. Because that's all they do. I mean, just because the mainstream quote unquote science, which is pseudoscience, which hasn't even gone through the scientific method for gravity, is claiming it to be gravity, doesn't make it so. If anybody's being honest with themselves, they would say, yeah, okay, I was told it's gravity, so therefore my whole belief is based upon gravity. But that doesn't make anybody else wrong just because we say, listen, yeah, your gravity hasn't been shown to be true. I don't need to believe something that hasn't been shown to be true.
Aye.
Like planets, they haven't been proven to be true neither.
Yeah, but look when we were talking about the three-body problem the other day. Okay? Look, gravity can't explain three-body problem.
No, it fails.
Yeah, it fails because it requires mass to attract mass. And even the mass attracting mass gives it an issue. That's why the three-body problem exists, because it doesn't comport to their gravity rules.
Mm. Yep. Yeah.
So what does that tell you about the unproven gravity nonsense?
That's exactly what it is. Nonsense.
No, at the very beginning, gravity in the heliocentric model or the Big Bang has to exist, or it doesn't work at all.
Mm-hmm.
The whole world falls apart. Yeah.
Quite crazy.
How does a mortar shell, artillery shell, or a rifle bullet have weight? Weight itself?
How does it have weight? I don't know. Density. A compact substance. Everything has weight. If it has substance, it has weight.
Mm-hmm.
That's how things work in reality. It doesn't mean that gravity's pulling it down to give it weight, although you want to believe that. But we can show you when you take a scale and stick it in a vacuum chamber, whatever's on that scale gets lighter, not heavier.
Yeah.
So the air pressure has a lot to do with that.
Aye.
Does it get lighter or heavier? I can't remember.
It's,
It gets lighter.
yeah, I guess. Yeah.
No, does it get heavier?
I
I can't remember. Let me go
in a
check.
vacuum.
Now I'm getting confused.
In a vacuum,
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it gets heavier.
it's heavier. It gets
Yeah.
heavier.
it gets
The air
heavier, not
yeah, it's
lighter.
heavier.
Exactly. Action Lab.
So who's he addressing with this video? That's my question.
Practically me and Adam from Year Am Lord sent me.
All right. You're in his head already. So,
Okay, there we go. More in a vacuum. Let me just quickly check. I think it weighs more in a vacuum.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Got it on screen. As soon as it turns on the vacuum,
81 grams.
turns on the vacuum.
As soon as I turn on the vacuum, though,
Okay, muting it because you don't need to see. Look how it's changing. There, it's getting heavier.
Heavier. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so it's heavier, guys.
yeah.
There's
So
nothing
what
for it.
was the independent variable change there?
The medium.
The medium.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I've got a question to ask you guys. If gravity is the component for weight, the variable for weight, why is it that weight changes when you change the medium?
Good question. Gravity wasn't the factor there at all. It was just the medium and the weight of the object. That's it.
That's the ratio between the object and the medium. It's got nothing to do with gravity. They actually hijacked the term from gravitas, which is just to give weight. It was more of a saying on punctuation, to give oomph, to give weight on something. But now they're saying, gravity pulls, so therefore it gives weight. Again, there is no science to show gravity gives weight. They have equations for it, but there's no science to show that is gravity. There's no science to show gravity is a force. And there's no science to show gravity is not a force. They just have gravity.
They got more than one gravity, don't they? There's like 10 different ones. They
Got in. They're the most popular one coming up these days is entropic gravity
entropic.
by van der Linde, where it more or less keeps up with the laws of thermodynamic and entropic forces, which more or less goes along the lines of relative density disequilibrium, actually.
I guess it's easier to say gravity than it is.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of rolls off the tongue.
Is a byproduct of gravity. I have a few videos talking about rifle shooting. Let's just have a quick listen to these and I'll be right back.
Accuracy is critical. A bullet can drop considerably as it heads downrange towards its target. The sniper's round will exit the M24 at around 700 meters.
Okay, why do you think he's aiming it up?
Well, it's gravity. That's why he's aiming it up.
Because the bullet has drop. That's because it uses energy. Now you see, they try and say, look, because gravity pulls it down, that's why he does that. Again, gravity, just claiming it's because gravity without actually proving it's gravity is nothing but fallacious. I mean, once again, we can just claim it's pink pixie dust that causes that. Have we proven it other than just claiming it? No.
Just a claim.
But there is one thing we can show you that can prove it scientifically, that it is just relative density disequilibrium. All experiments, show that if you change the ratio of the object to the medium, the object will either go up or go down.
Mm-hmm.
It either sinks or it floats. This can be shown time and time again. You can either change the displacement ratio by surface area, or you can change the density, or you can just change its weight. It always gives the same effect because it's always got to do with the displacement ratio between the object and the medium it is in. Now, note, like Glenn's saying, friction. Exactly. It's using energy. It's using that kinetic energy up, keeping up with the first law of thermodynamics. You cannot expect something to go in the same trajectory constantly if it's using up that energy. So where does it have to go? The air around it can't support the bullet. The bullet cannot just go on forever without using up that energy, so it has to go down. Just claiming gravity doesn't make it gravity.
Per second. Immediately, gravity and the atmosphere begin to cause the round to drop and diminish in speed.
You see? They call it gravity, but have they proven it's gravity?
No, they haven't. I've never
Quite
seen
sad,
an
actually.
experiment that proves it. Yeah.
Gravity pulls a bullet from the line of sight. The rate at which a bullet drops over distance is caused by gravity.
So, if
Just caused by gravity. Again, gravity is not even a force. Gravity hasn't been seen for 110 years by now.
Sorry. It collects the kinetic energy from the shell itself, the gunpowder, and the more power you have in that charge will send it further faster, right?
Debatable D, yeah, I've seen that video from Veritasium. I've actually seen that same conundrum before. But yeah, it's all just got to do with the kinetic energy, which gives it its outcome. And its path it takes. Sleeping Warrior. Because they claim air as weight, and there is a volume of air pushing on us. If you remove the air, it should get less, according to them. Real life debunks this. Not exactly. Let me quickly.
Are there more people in Flat's second channel than there are in his main chat? Did you hear me, PJ?
I did. I phased out for a second. Either you did or I did, so it was probably me. No, it does that because I'm on the laptop. It does that thing. I mean, I can hear you.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking more people in his second channel than there is in his first channel.
I'm just
anybody in there?
Oh, sorry, just had to get my wife some water. Okay. But yeah, exactly, Anthony, we've been saying earlier that if you put something in a vacuum chamber and you evacuate the air, the item gets heavier. Now, they got an issue because gravity claims to be the cause for weight. The weight is not even supposed to change then.
So air does have weight. Is that what you're saying?
I would say air can't have weight in a weight sense because for something to have weight, quote unquote, which is a unit measure, it has to stand still. It has to be static. Like if I take this cup, it has weight because I can put it on the scale. It has to be static so I can get a weight reading. Correct?
True.
Gas never stops moving. So how would you get a weight reading or unit measure of a gas that just hits the scale and bounces away?
It's going to be hard.
Yeah, you won't get it right. So I'm not saying gas doesn't have weight. I'm saying gas doesn't have weight in the sense of scalar measurement.
So an empty cup full of air wouldn't weigh more than it would without it.
Yeah. But also, gravity cannot do anything to air anyway, so it has no direct influence on the direction of air.
Oh, that would devalidate the gravity claim for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It would have an effect on air for sure. We need containment for air.
Yep. And by the way, have you guys realized when they try and claim to let's measure weight of air or whatever, they use containment?
Always. Always.
Odd that.
Strange.
Gravity doesn't exist.
No, it doesn't.
I'm not sure how ballistics are calculated. The next thing we're going to talk about is the Coriolis effect, also called the Coriolis force.
No. Coriolis effect and Coriolis force are two different things. The effect is an apparent observation that you would make on the non-inertial reference frame, watching the object in a linear fashion in the inertial reference frame, seeming to take a observed drift path. Whereas the Coriolis force is just simply the force, that fictitious force which caused the object to take an actual deviation. Two different things. They're not the same thing.
You remember when we did cover this Coriolis before, and wind is really the big factor with this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Air pressure and wind. I don't think it has anything to do with the spin of the Earth. I'm sorry.
No, remember the debate Tony and them had? Tony actually conceded to this. We don't have Velcro air, remember?
That's right. That's right.
He says the hurricanes are not caused by Coriolis, the drift of the Earth.
Oh, okay.
So there was so much things he threw away there from their side. It was insane. I'm still going to be making a video or some shorts from that as well.
You remember Globiolus?
Yeah, that is Globiolus. Yeah. That's what Globiolus is. They're claiming Velcroed air is able to cause wind deflections or physical deflections and observe the reality, which is impossible. Because if you have Velcroed air, you can't have Coriolis because you need two reference frames. If you don't have Velcroed air, then you can't claim we don't see drift. So they're sitting in a catch-22 situation. They either do see drift, which requires no Velcroed air, or they do have their required drift. And if they claim we see required drift, we need to observe this, which we don't. It's quite bad for them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You got this guy's link. I want to check out his channel like later.
This guy.
Yeah.
He hasn't got a big channel. He's only got like 100 subscribers.
He's got to start somewhere.
Yeah, there we go.
Thanks.
Seymour says, Flatzoid, you missed my typo. They claim a column of air pushing down on us to cause the gradient. Yes, they do. They claim that. They say air pushed down. So if we remove that column of air, we must get lighter, but in the real world, we get heavier. Yeah, that's what we said. Because when you take an object in a vacuum chamber and you evacuate the air, it gets lighter. Heavier, not lighter. So in other words, air doesn't push down on the object because air comes in all directions constantly, but they love to ignore this. They keep providing evidence for RDD. Sorry?
They call them air curves now, from what you were saying yesterday, right?
Isobar.
Yeah, isobar.
Isobar is just a pressure column that you call. That's what they claim to be. But they claim this isobar is curving with the Earth, which is total bullshit nonsense because they can't prove it. They're just making that claim again, just like they just claim gravity. They just claim everything they want to, just like they're claiming Coriolis, where there is no actual observation of this Coriolis happening.
That's right.
Piper, RDD doesn't disappear in free fall.
Oh, come on.
Oh, my God.
We've been through this many times.
How can it?
How it works is you have impulse. Everything has their own imparted amount of force, okay? Now, when the things are falling, they're all accelerating in the same vector at the same rate. So therefore, it cancels out that apparent force. Think of it as, let's say I'm leaning against the wall. Okay? Now the wall's going to start moving. I'm moving with it. I'm not pushing that wall. I'm just moving with it. I don't have a force pushing on it. That wall is just leading me. That's what's happening with the water bottle falling and accelerating, because the water and the air and everything inside the water bottle accelerates at the same rate. So therefore, the water in the bottle cannot push the bottle because it's also moving at exactly the same accelerated rate.
Wow.
Can I ask Pied Piper, how do parachutes work if that's a fact, dude? Come on. They won't open. There'll be no weight to pull the chute open. That's stupid.
Yeah, but you see, this is what they do. They ignore the bottle itself is falling. Everything in the bottle, they say, look at the stuff inside the bottle. It's now, ODD doesn't exist. No, it still does. You ignore the bottle itself is falling, and everything inside the bottle is falling at the same rate. So it all has the same amount of force, the same impulse.
Yeah, because if you didn't have that jack motion to open the parachute, if it was upward rising, that would keep it all crumpled up. It wouldn't open. You're right, Roger.
Yeah. I know.
I mean, if you think about it, like on this table, I got this cup sitting, okay? The cup, this mug, has an amount of force that it has sitting on the table. It's forcing itself onto the table.
Yeah.
Because the table is supporting it. So the table is also having a force on the bottom of the cup. Okay, it's supporting it. The air around it has force on it in all directions, but the air itself just bounces. It can't support the cup. That's why if I pick it up and I drop it, it falls through the air because the air can't support it. So the weight of this cup is too great for the air around it not to be able to support it. But now the solid table can support it. Why? Because it's just simply a solid object. You can't have something just falling through a solid object. It's not how it works.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
if I had,
No, things like kites, even kites wouldn't make sense. Kites wouldn't make sense on an upward rising.
yeah, it's based on surface area. That's what I was trying to explain now. You've got now surface area. The larger the surface area, the more displacement you have. That's why you get these ships on cargo ships with how much tons, hundreds of tons, thousands of tons on the ocean. Why is it not sinking? Simple. It's displacing that weight using surface area. So it displaces it to be able to. So it moves all that force outwards.
Right.
Stop listening to Dell, dude. Really.
Yeah. Dell's definitely not a good guy to listen to when it comes to this. So let's take another example, for instance. Let's say you want to go and make a hole. You take a pencil, and you take a pencil, and now you want to pierce something with this pencil. It's a very small surface area, so you don't need as much force to be able to, for instance, go through this piece of paper.
Right.
Okay? See, I got through the paper. I didn't need that much force because of the surface area.
Right.
Now, if I had to change, let's say I take this ruler now. It's got a lot more surface area to it. Am I going to use the same amount of force to go get the hole? No.
Needs a lot more. Yeah.
Right. I have to literally force it to be able to do it. I use more force because the surface area is larger.
Of course.
So they don't make surgical needles really wide when they make them, so it takes less force to push it through.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why when parachutes, like your example, Roger, they have larger, wider surface areas. That's why the parachute has to be open to catch the air so you can slow down. Because if it wasn't open, there wouldn't be enough surface area to hold you up, to give enough resistance.
So, AKA your weight gives it the force to open the chute.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have weight in free fall. Sorry.
Yes, you have weight in free fall. Because if you didn't, it wouldn't open.
You would die.
Exactly.
Giannis. Anyway, I have to go. I'll be back like a boomerang. Or like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Cheers, Janice. Thanks for coming in.
Or like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Get in.
By the way, if you guys haven't already, please hit the like, share the show. It's only got 22 likes, but you got 55 people watching. How's that working? Come on, hit the likes.
Huh?
Okay, let's get to his Coriolis argument.
Coriolis effect is the effect of the Earth's rotation on ballistics. It actually affects weather, apparently.
False, 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 false. Coriolis effect is not. Let's just make sure that's what he said. Okay.
What is the Coriolis effect? Also called the Coriolis force. Coriolis effect is the effect of the Earth's rotation on ballistics.
No, Coriolis effect is not the effect of Earth rotation on ballistics. That would be Coriolis force. There's a difference between Coriolis force and Coriolis effect.
Mm.
But Coriolis effect is not observed, which would be a byproduct of Coriolis force. Has anybody ever seen an aeroplane drift because we are moving underneath the ball, underneath the airplane?
No.
And Wolfie has.
I mean, I've taken some long range shots before, and I've never ever had needed to account for Earth moving underneath it. Never.
That's it. I mean, if people photographing the sky would need just video cameras. Normal cameras would be no good because they'll catch anything standing still. So you just have to video everything.
Nice one.
But think about it. When you're just shooting, okay, you do groupings. Now you putting your groupings in, you're working out fine tuning so you can see how your group shots get. You're not accounting for any Earth rotation or anything. The thing you're mostly accounting for is just your pitch, because you have drop, as we said, like we said earlier, and because you have wind. Sometimes you can literally just keep it on and you do nothing. If the wind just comes up, let's say 100 meters down there or 200 meters, sometimes wind is different 400 meters away than 100 meters to you.
Cool.
That changes the direction of your bullet can go right or left, and you haven't changed anything. Not because the Earth rotates underneath, it's because you have other variables that happen. You got, like you said, Magnus effect, the spin drift, the barrel, you got the drop, you got the humidity, you got the wind, you got dust, you got anything that literally changes why your target will not be hit. But them claiming Coriolis is just nonsense. Now you get things like the Kestrel ballistics meter that claims to take Coriolis into account, but it takes it. It says it's such a minuscule percentage that you don't even need to use it.
Wow.
That's also. It's like a guy going to steal at a bank. He's a bank robber and he gets caught and says, "But I only took $10."
Yeah, man.
I only took $10. You know.
That's it.
You're still a bank robber. It doesn't matter if you just took $10 or 100,000. Because you took something, you stole it, that still makes you a bank robber. Just the same as this Coriolis claim. It's just very minuscule, but we calculate it, so therefore it has to be real. No, you can't claim it just to be real just because you calculate very minuscule things into it. It doesn't mean it's there. You're just calculating and saying it's there. Will you still hit the target without calculating? Hell yes. So, if I can hit the target without calculating Earth's rotation into it, what the hell do I have to worry about Earth rotation? Think about it.
Exactly.
The wind has the most effect on a bullet.
It actually affects weather, apparently, as well.
Oh, don't tell PhD Tony that. He says it doesn't. Just to let you know.
Well, that's it, Johnny man. How are there winds if the atmo is frictional attached to the Earth rotation? Exactly.
And that's what we asked PhD Tony.
Mm-hmm. Right.
If Earth is Velcroed, and yes, Sean Hawkins and all other Globers, we do say, you guys say it's Velcro because that is exactly what you say, because you're saying Earth and the air is moving in lockstep. That means Velcroed air. If you don't like the word Velcro, that's not our problem.
Yeah.
It's not a straw man. That's exactly what you claim. You claim the air is Velcroed to the Earth.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have to. It would have to be Velcro for it to keep up in degrees. If the higher the altitude you go, it'd have to be.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Fact, right? From my research, the discovery came from artillery development. But let's let some long-range shooters talk about Coriolis.
As long as I've been doing this long-range shooting thing, a lot of terms keep coming up. And
he's got a kestrel. There we go. He's got a kestrel in his hand.
Those terms truly mean something, and they matter.
You see what it does is he holds it up, and then he's got like a little spinning wheel, and the wind picks up how much wind, it picks up humidity, temperature, blah, blah, blah. But then it also puts calculation based on latitude. But like I said, that calculation literally comes up to 0.0000001% of something.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who said we debated? You debated in was it Modern Day Debates? Was it Bob or was it your mop? He had the book he got for Coriolis and stuff. And we looked it up.
That was Bob.
Bob, yeah, okay. And we answered all these questions with them too.
Yeah, and remember I went through the actual ballistics, and I showed a whole bunch of things. Even your mob came on later, and he says, remember the pages? And I said, but look, on the end, it literally says that the conditions are never met. There are never met conditions to calculate this Coriolis. All the other variables are always taken into account, but not Coriolis.
And I looked it up online, and they say they never ever use it, and if they do, they would miss most of the time in their targets. They got mad about it. You know? Got the Earth spin Coriolis. No, doesn't happen.
But they probably really shouldn't. First of all, we're going to talk about Coriolis, right? So Coriolis is essentially the effect of where your bullet lands because of the spin of the Earth, right? We all know the Earth is spinning, and when you put something in the air, the Earth spins underneath it.
Oh, you heard that? Earth spins underneath it.
Yeah.
So not Velcroed.
Mm-hmm.
So this is also one thing we keep asking the anti-flat earthers. If he claims stuff like this, the bullet goes in its trajectory, the Earth rotates underneath it. Why is it that we never see this effect with longer range things like helicopters flying, hot air balloons, planes,
drones,
balls being kicked, and no, bullets as well? We don't see this.
Oh, in football games, they go a little bit, an inch or two in right or left, depending on where you're kicking. 40 nails grass pipe. Yeah. You can win a football game with Coriolis.
Yeah.
Anything that's chucked up in there, even birds. I mean, I know birds swoop left and right, but if you're watching them going linearly, then you would notice with Coriolis, you know.
Mm-hmm. But it's very telling that they wanted to be in there. I mean, me and Michael actually did a video on a guy that also he loves shooting long range things, and we were laughing because when we watched him and we were going through it, he says yes, he accounts for Coriolis, and when asked how do you do it, his answer was I don't know.
Well, the gun must do it. The gun automatically accounts for Coriolis.
But think about it. I account for Coriolis, but I don't know how.
That's nonsensical. You can't account for something you don't know how you're accounting for it for.
Yeah, and I mean also when you have snipers, okay, and they're sitting there and they got their spotter and people are coming in, they need to shoot someone. Do you think they first sit there and let's calculate Coriolis?
No.
I mean, today they got their spotters which gives latitude and stuff, like I said, but that's such a minuscule thing that it puts on there. Even if it's not calculating, you'll still hit your target.
Yeah.
It's not going to change a thing.
I mean,
but what about with, let's say, World War II and all that? They didn't have any of this.
no.
Nope.
And
They had nothing.
Snipers sometimes have to be quick, really quick. One to the next to the next. I mean,
And they're shooting moving targets too.
moving, yeah. Moving.
How
Some
do
of
you
the
calculate
snipers-
Coriolis with moving targets? Oh, wait,
That's-
you don't. Ever
No.
try hunting? Has anybody ever tried hunting? Let's, for instance, you
Yes, I
try
have.
and go and shoot a springbok or something. Good luck trying to do it while working out Coriolis, because every step the thing takes, you have to rework your calculations out.
Fairy tales, dude.
It's. By the way, just because people say Coriolis on a video like this doesn't mean it actually is the case.
Mr. Jones said in your other channel, record long mirror flash recorded 190.5 miles. Guinness World Record.
Guinness World Record.
That's
Yep.
long. That's long.
And where's the curve? The curve is supposed to block that flash.
Of course.
Well, you know, light bends around that curve. I'm sorry, guys. It just, everything bends, dude. Just does. Just accept it.
But I'm trying to think of, I think it's a Portuguese thing that I saw a few years ago, where these guys they used a signal, but they used a very specific signal because it can only go straight, and they could ping each other from, I can't remember the distance, it was a very long distance away, which was being possible on the globe, but they pinged each other that way. How?
The globe doesn't exist.
Exactly.
That's why we should do one of Ranty's old ones. You know, like
We should definitely do a Ranty special.
Yeah, because he did. Do you remember his BT tower ones where they need line of sight? Now he's allegedly a glober now, and look at all these observations that debunk what he is now. I don't think he's a glober. I just think he won't admit being a flat.
Why do you think he's so quiet? Why do you think he doesn't do anything anymore? I think it got too much emotional for him. Same with Rachel. That's why she's all of a sudden.
She quit. Yeah.
So I think like the BT tower ones or any of his observations, but the BT tower ones was good, you know, for line of sight sort of thing. Yeah.
I've never seen any Ranty stuff, actually. It'd be nice.
But I do think this does catch them emotionally. Very. I think it's a mental issue they have once they back to the globe.
Yep.
Look how Rachel all of a sudden became. She gets drunk all the time. She was never like that as a flat earther.
No, that's it.
And now she doesn't really concentrate on flat Earth anymore, as far as I know.
Yeah, she's become rude. She's dulled down. You know what I mean? Not as sharp.
So it's sad, and I got nothing against Rachel. I do just think it's a coping mechanism because they can't take selling their soul to the dark side.
So, PJ, do you have any Ranty's observations saved?
Yes, it's all on Brandon's channel.
It's all on Brandon's. I mean, I'm still a moderator on Brandon's, but he hasn't. Well, I was on my channel, but obviously it's gone, so I'm not anymore. But I used to go on Brandon's streams all the time. Jeff Gasshead did. Sleeping Warrior, he used to be there.
I used to be there a lot as well.
I mean, Sleeping Warrior knows Ranty personally. I mean, he was there at their first observation together. You know what I mean? Sleeping Warrior and chat. But yeah, can easily get them. I'll just go to Brandon's. Just go to Brandon's channel.
All those boys were at Black Pool, right? The tower, doing observations. That's where.
Yeah, I think Ranty also did Skunk Bay as well.
Oh yeah, I mean, did lighthouses, lighthouse one. Like I say, but then it went on to Brandon's channel. So it's the same channel. It's the same channel. It's just called Brandon.
He just gave the channel to Brandon Toy, and then Brandon sort of just vanished.
Yeah.
And now it's just a channel there with dead quiet.
Yeah. Kind of like Cookie Monster vanished. Where'd he go?
I don't know, but he struggled to talk the whole time. Okay, let's carry on.
Now, real quick, let's kind of just explain
this video. This has already been debunked.
Yeah.
He's got a table, okay, guys? Look how he's set up, okay? He takes a shot and he turns 180 degrees. First of all, do you think the ground he's on is 100% flat?
Hell no.
No.
Wow.
Now he's going to have a sand bag on one, a sand hill on one side and a sand hill on the other side. Do you think that target he's putting is exactly precisely the same as the other side? No, it's impossible to get it. And when he turns the gun around, do you think he can have it exactly the same aim as he did when he turns around? If anybody's taken shots with a rifle before, you know that even his gun set like that, and he takes a shot and doesn't touch anything else, it will still be off. He won't be able to hit exactly the same mark because a little minuscule thing changes and it will be off. The guy literally turns his gun around 180 degrees and takes a shot and says, see, Coriolis.
Voila. Oh, man.
Watch it.
Coriolis effect in layman's terms. The Coriolis effect is the effect that when the bullet leaves the barrel of the gun, it is actually leaving the surface of the earth. So
no. Really? You heard that? When the bullet of the gun leaves the barrel of the gun, it's no longer on the earth's surface. I would hope so.
Sleeping Warrior, Anthony, have you got a link for Brandon's Ranty's old channel? Because since I've been banned, I can't find it just by typing it in. Can't find it.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to find. That's what I was thinking too.
He's got like 5,000 odd subs, so you'd still think it would come up. No?
Well, he's not making videos anymore, right?
There you go. That's what Sleeping Warrior just said. PJ, Ranty and I saw Blackpool Tower from 30 miles away. He knows he can't be a bluff when he saw it himself. Not just the tower, though. The roller coasters and other things should be behind the Earth curve. Yeah, exactly. He was there with the first observations and that, so he knows. He knows that Ranty knows it's still flat. That he's still a flat earther. You know what I mean? Just won't admit him.
I see him do satire videos.
I think I can find it for you. I think I can.
Cool. Because it's weird me not being able to find that, because that's the original kind of flat earth channel I was on. And then flat.
Okay, I'll have to search for it for you another time, but I know I can get it for you.
No problems. No problem.
If it still exists, though. Okay.
Let's go later.
Yeah, it does still exist. It did the other day. I remember seeing it.
Okay.
So as the bullet leaves the barrel of the gun, the earth is still rotating, and the bullet is not rotating with the earth. So
you heard that? The bullet is not rotating with the earth. Anti-flat earthers.
Huh? It's Phil.
I'm just going to rewind that 5 seconds again, just to make sure. Listen.
The earth is still rotating, and the bullet is not rotating with the earth.
So, can I ask you guys a question? If a plane takes off the ground, is the plane rotating with the earth?
It has to be if it's the earth is rotating, but it's not.
Obviously not.
He's got the link for you, mate.
Oh, nice.
Thanks, Anthony.
Thank you, man.
Nice one, bro. Bless you, man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. That's the actual episode I was looking for, because I remember his second last episode was called, no, his last episode was called Where the F Have You Been? Because he'd already been off. Yeah, he'd been off for 2 weeks, then come back and says, Where the F have you been? Did that one and then disappeared. Didn't come back on. But yeah, that's it. Nice one, bro.
So anyway, what you were saying now with the earth rotating, you see, this is the difference between anti-flat earthers and just normal globers. Normal globers understand when they make claims like Coriolis, the projectile shows deviation because the earth physically rotates underneath it. That projectile can't rotate with the earth. The anti-flat earthers know we don't observe this, so they say it moves with the earth. And this is why they sit with Globiolis.
That's insane. dude. Just thinking about it, trying to wrap my head around the whole idea.
Yeah.
The Earth will actually rotate out from underneath of the bullet while it is in flight. So as the Earth rotates, it actually rotates from the west to the east. So what that's going to do to our targets is if you're shooting west, your target's going to rotate up and towards us, which is going to cause the bullets to...
You see that?
Yeah, I see.
Okay, watch. So he's saying it's going to rotate towards you. So in other words, he's saying the target is going to rise.
Yeah.
Get lower. And if you're facing east, the target's going to be dropping and slightly moving away, which is going to cause the hits to be higher.
You know what's wrong about that, though? I see you didn't show the rest of it. You know what's wrong about that, though? Because how fast does a bullet travel?
Oh, wow.
Faster than the Earth's rotation.
Yeah. Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So in other words, it won't make a difference.
No.
Well, exactly. Exactly. It wouldn't make a difference.
Because it will travel faster than what the Earth would be rising, and it will travel faster than what the Earth would be falling away.
Absolutely. It won't make it.
That's why I said that whole thing that guy did, everything is wrong with it. Everything. It's quite sad. People still want to push that nonsense video. I wonder if my comment's still on the original guy's video, because I did comment on it. Long time ago, years ago.
I have no idea.
Has anyone stating that gravity doesn't exist or the Earth is flat produced any formulas explaining any of the things I've discussed in this video?
Why do we have to present formulas? We can go show you scientific experiments that it exists. Some of us are not inclined to formulas and maths, so you can't expect us to give a formula, for instance, okay? Just like I can't expect this guy to go and, for instance, paint an ultra-realistic, high-definition painting of a person.
Yeah. Of course.
I know it's possible to be done, but I can't expect it from him because maybe he has never been able to do so. Is it realistic for me to say, no, if you can't paint an ultra-high-definition picture realistic photo of someone, therefore you're just a liar? Or I think that's really unrealistic now, because he expects someone just to make an equation up to, by the way, replace a non-factual pseudo-scientific belief of gravity. That's not how it works. We're not here to replace anything. First prove it, then we can do something. Then the burden can come on us to make something. But as far as I know, I'm not going to be capable enough to make equations for it. I don't know anybody on the panel.
No. We could probably make an equation for the rate of drop, the speed it's leaving, and
yeah, we can take the equations that's already made, and you just change the gravity, the gravity G, and place it as the displacement ratio. We can do that. But all they will do is they just say, "Oh, you just took the equation, you just changed it." That's all they're going to do.
Which came first, right? The chicken or the egg, right? Gravity or density? Yeah.
Well, exactly, but definitely the chicken came first.
I mean, think about it. If you want to be a sniper, then just go sit and face east or west, and then don't worry, because the Earth will protect you.
Right.
I'll hold a bullet up.
It moves faster than a bullet.
Just throw it at you. The speed of the Earth will kill you.
It's the one. That's right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. If it's coming towards you, as soon as you let that go, yeah, you just throw it at them. That will go straight through the napper. Yeah, man.
Yep.
Nice. What they believe, when you really scrutinize it, and you don't even need to scrutinize that far. Surface level, you can see there's so much wrong with it.
Yeah. I'm gonna step off here and go on my phone. I gotta go babysit the grandkids.
All right, dude.
So I was reading up there now. So in other words, But Roger, thanks for coming, man. Blessings.
Oh, no problem. You'll see me in a little bit.
You rock, man.
You rock too.
But I was reading up now. A bullet travels twice the speed of the Earth's rotation. So, as I was saying, if the guy was sitting and facing east or west, it's not going to make a difference because by the time the Earth has to rotate, the bullet's already hit.
Mm-hmm.
It travels faster than what the rotation travel is. So it's totally nonsense. It's bunk.
So, I'm curious where I can review the formulas and the explanations. I know that there's an experiment coming up called the final experiment.
It's not an experiment. We've been through this many, many times. There's no experiment. It's a false dichotomy based on a guy that has totally some weird vendetta against Flat Earth. Because he's insecure about his belief system, he wants to push a false dichotomy onto Flat Earth.
Why? He's out to prove his I think he's out to prove his crusty firmament.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But I mean, think about it. Will Duffy literally made it very plain and simple that he has a vendetta against Flat Earth. He made it he plainly said, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it. He's made his mind up. He's going to do it. Now, his only way to do this is to take a false dichotomy that will not disprove a flat Earth or prove it otherwise.
Nope.
And say that, oh, you guys have to do it. Because why? Because he says so.
That's right. That's right.
And it's not an experiment. There's no independent variable. There's no dependent variable. It's just you going to an ice cube. You're going to sit there and see, I see the sun or I don't see the sun. That's not an experiment.
Yeah. It won't make a difference to any of us that knows about flat Earth right now. But people coming to it after they come back, when they say, yeah, we've seen a 24-hour sun, they're not. It's got to be hard to convince those people because they say, oh, look, they debunked that with the sun thing, you know. So it is going to make. I think in some ways it's got people. It's got to make other people think that we are just idiots, like they think anyway. But you know, flat Earth has been getting bigger and bigger, and people have started to recognize that we're not idiots. You know what I mean? Yep. You know exactly what we're talking about. But for maybe future, with this stupid experiment, which is not an experiment, it might make the normies think they're even more stupid. You know, so it's all in their agenda. Whatever comes out of it, you know, whatever comes out of it.
Well, they have an experiment that will hopefully put all this to bed. Justin Peters spoke of this experiment, and the link's in the description. I'll be waiting on the formulas illustrating these calculations, though, from the people making these claims. If I'm wrong and gravity doesn't exist, or the Earth is indeed flat, I will delete this video and apologize for the error. I will make a whole new video.
Why do they always say, I'll delete this video, I'll delete my channel, blah, blah, blah. Nobody needs you to do that. Why do you want to delete it anyway then? Whoa, Godzilla37, thank you very much for gifting 5 memberships. Really appreciate it, man. You are awesome. You rock. Really appreciate all the support. Thank you very much. Blessings, man. I can't thank you enough. And thank you again for all the members and all the Patreon supporters and everybody that does support me financially. You guys rock. Patrons and remember the people that buy merch. I've got some new merch I'm working on at the moment. It's a Christian line. So I'm looking forward to that. I hope you guys are going to like it as well when it's done.
Nice.
I think it's going to be awesomeness. Okay, let's finish watching this.
Explaining how the science did, in fact, prove one of these items were true.
So, yeah, I think we got a other question we should rather ask this guy. Instead of worrying about an equation, how about bring us something that has never, ever been brought to us out of all the years we've been into this? A scientific hypothesis and experiment that validates gravity. That's what I would love.
Aye.
Thank you very much, Godzilla. I really appreciate it, man. Just you hitting the like helps. Thank you. And by the way, if you guys have any ideas for the channel that you want me that I can, make better for the supporters of the channel, just let me know. I do want to make you guys feel more that it's for you guys. So please do help, guys.
I just realised I've lost my 24-month membership so far.
I was thinking that as well. It's like if you don't get it back, you have to restart from the beginning.
I know, ridiculous. Wow.
By the way, guys, PJ lost his channel. If you haven't already, subscribe to his new channel. He's trying to get the other one back.
Yeah.
But it seems to me everybody, you need to have a backup channel these days, just in case.
Definitely. And I never did have. So if I don't get it back, I've lost 200 or 260, 270 videos. Oh no. One of them. Which all we can do is just start again. But yeah, I will be appealing it because there's no way my channel could be done with scamming. It doesn't earn any money or deceptive practices.
No, it was just someone that was buttered by you, so they kept reporting you.
I think so. And Sean, no, it wasn't you. I don't care if you take blame for it. It wasn't you.
No. We think we know who it was.
Yeah.
But what can we say? We pray for the guy. He's lost. He's definitely in a deceptive cult, and we do hope he comes right.
Absolutely, all of them.
Mm-hmm. So, anybody want to come in and have a discussion for the last hour?
Jeff said for scamming and deceptive practices.
Yeah, apparently. Scamming and deceptive practices. I don't know who's PJ scammed before, but wow.
I know. Not even monetized, Crazy.
How dare you, PJ, have a show for free and pay?
I know.
So you can actually do your thing, man.
Exactly. I was actually paying 36 quid a month to put out free truth. Not that I mind because I love doing it, but I'm actually paying. And not getting, they're saying I'm scamming, and I'm actually paying. Silly, isn't it? Silly.
Yeah. but yeah, on a serious note, when it comes to Coriolis and stuff, I would say to anybody, try hunting one day and tell me if you're ever going to ever think about Coriolis. Try.
No.
Because I can guarantee you're not going to worry about the Earth rotation when you see something running that way and you need to shoot it. There is no thought about Earth rotation at all. You don't even take it into account at all.
No, you're worrying about the motion of that thing that's in front of you. You're trying to hit that. That's hard.
And that's also what I'm saying. Even when it comes to snipers and stuff, when they're shooting, okay, the only thing they take that will veer the bullet left or right is wind. The bullet travels too fast for the Earth to make any difference.
Exactly.
But yeah, guys, it's amazing that they need to attack people just because they don't agree with them. But thank you. Okay. There we go. So, gravity. So that's about it. So tomorrow night we're going to have a special with Yeram Lord and me. It's going to be on his channel, but I will probably be streaming it. It's about the same kind of thing we just went through now, sort of, but it's based on daily Corvid.
Nice. Can you
you guys want a sneak preview on what his video is?
That'd be cool. I wouldn't mind his link because I ain't got his link.
Okay, no, let me.
It's just ridiculous. It's like 1,000. I was subbed to about 1,000 different channels.
All I know is I'm gonna enjoy taking £1,000. It's like.
Too right.
I mean, we're probably gonna have to split that £1,000 four ways, so that's £250 each, which is good money.
Oh, aye.
Yeah.
For a quick buck, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, which one? We'll start with this one. Triggered. What's up, man?
Not much.
Oh, you're driving? You're driving, Roger.
Yep, I am. I'm almost to the kids' house.
Thanks, Bazza. I'd rather follow Pastor PJ than Pastor Definity. Thanks, bro.
Okay, so this is the Daily Corvid. Do you remember this guy?
Oh, yeah, I think so. I think so.
Yeah, I'll show you a video now, but just quickly listen to what he claimed quickly.
Good evening, ladies, gents, and Pikachus. Guess what I found
And
out?
I've got to say, I've
The one
spoken
I-
to him before about the Pikachu thing,
Yeah,
and he
it's the
still
guy-
pushes it.
It's the guy who had the God and the sun in the corner. Wait, yes, I remember now, yeah.
And he still pushes Pikachus and stuff.
Yeah.
As a Christian, and I've told him this, don't push Pikachus because it is demonic, it's satanic.
Mm-hmm.
It's based on a pagan god, on a pagan demon. And he wants to push it and say his subscribers are Pikachus. What the hell is wrong with you? As a Christian, that's not something you're supposed to aspire to.
No, of course not.
Okay.
The Earth is flat! I can prove it! The Earth is flat! And then you say to me, okay, so what evidence have you got? Oh, I saw a picture once of a space baby! So space must be fake! And then you say, okay, have you got a source for this? And I go, nah, we lost it.
What?
I.e., you made a false claim, there is a baby in space. You made a false assumption on the back of that claim, there is a baby in space, therefore space must be fake.
Wow. A baby in space. Okay, I don't know who's claimed that, but...
You failed to supply evidence for that false assumption and false claim, i.e., sorry bro, I don't have it anymore, trust me, but it was definitely there. And then you sealed the deal by insulting me at the end by going, oh, you're just assuming you're true, because there was a baby in space, and it's
Okay,
like...
whoa, how's that an insult? You said that's an insult to me by saying, oh, you claim it's true, but you're assuming it was true, but there was a baby in space. How's that an insult?
It's not. It's not.
Okay.
Hope it's not.
Right, let's go back through that. Even if there is a picture somewhere of
I get to where
I can pull up
makes claims
of a baby in space with a backdrop, it's fake.
Okay.
Do exist that cannot be proven fake. No. Baby in space. Do those million images proof that you won't have any of this? Oh, but the Bible says that's fixed.
Okay. Let's go.
And then I won't have any of this. Oh, but the Bible says that's fixed and right. Let's have a look at the Bible proof, shall we? For any flat earther.
This is the thing that's actually what I'm interested in. Watch this.
Doesn't want to face the facts, right? What's the first book of the Bible?
Genesis.
Yeah. What's the first page of Genesis? Let's have a read. If you can prove this to be not describing a spherical earth, I will give you £1,000.
So yeah, tomorrow night we're all going to get £1,000, so £250 each.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, Corvid. I hope you're a man of
I'm
your
gonna
word.
be rich.
Yeah, I hope he's a man of his word.
Cash. But you won't. I've been asking this for 28 years. Not a single person has ever managed.
And by the way, he's lying because I made a video specifically on the subject to him. Did I not? I addressed this specifically, Genesis 1 to him, did I not? An actual video.
I mean, 28 years. I doubt it.
No. He hasn't been talking about 28 years. The
No.
guy definitely hasn't.
Definitely.
He talks like a glober that's only been in this for like a year or something.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void.
There. He just debunked himself. The earth was without form and void. No sphere. A sphere is a form. Debunked. Can I have £1,000 now, please?
There you go. That was quick. I wonder if he'll welch on his bet.
I know you won't give any money, Derek. This is just making fun of him.
Darkness was over the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. Then God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw that the light was good. And here's the important bit. This is where the £1,000 is if you're a flat earther. God separated the light from the darkness.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that he did this is because he made evening, morning...
Wait, that's not what it says in the Bible.
Do you know what that says in his cap?
The way he did this. Did he say, and the way he did this?
Yeah. That, do you know what it says on his cap? It says skipper. Should take the S away from that.
Kipper.
Kipper.
But I'm going to put 5 seconds back. And anybody tell me if you read this in Genesis 1, please.
The way that he did this.
No, that's not what he said. Let's go again.
No.
Separated the light from the darkness.
Yes, that's it. Okay? Let's quickly go to Genesis 1. Okay, there we go. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, let there be light, and there was light. And God saw that the light was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. Okay? And then he called the light day, and he called the darkness night, and the evening and the morning were the first day. That's what you read there. Let's listen to what he says.
God saw that the light was good, and here's the important bit. This is where the £1,000 is if you're a flat earther. God separated the light from the darkness, and the way that he did this is because he made evening, morning, and light. Let's read.
Nope. That's not what we just read. Did we read that now?
No.
No.
Weird.
Weird, isn't it?
Verse 5. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening, morning, and was a first day, right? So just think about that. First of all, there's nothing. Then there's a big light, right? So it's lighting up the whole space. Coming from space, there's a big light.
There's no space.
What space?
And last time I checked, God says he's hovering over the face of the water. So there was water.
Mm-hmm.
What happens when something goes far enough away? Has limitations.
Yeah.
So there's your separation of light, man.
Weird.
No sphere needed, because remember, without form and void, a sphere is a form. It's a shape. So yeah, this is practically what we will be discussing tomorrow.
Nice.
So
nice.
It's quite hectic. I'm not going to show the other videos and stuff yet. Make sure you watch tomorrow. But I want to show you the video that I actually already addressed on this ages ago.
I like his what is it? 6-pointed star in the background.
Look, this. Don't get me wrong. I really do appreciate the stuff he does against the Muslims.
Yeah.
Really good stuff. But when it comes to this, it's not Christian-like at all.
No.
Not at all. Okay, this is my video. Oopsie. Copy. Oh, wait, I got to first share screen. This is my response to him, as you guys can see on screen, 1 month ago. Okay? That video we just watched was literally 2 days old now. So it has been addressed, which he lied in, because he says no one's addressed it in 28 years.
Wow. Long time now.
Yeah. Okay. And by the way, just in case he wants to say something, at Daily Corvid, there, he's tagged. There we go.
Yeah.
No excuses, huh? No.
Flats looks like Two-Face from Batman in there.
It does. It looks looks hectic. Okay.
The entire earth described in the eyes of God from space as he's creating it. So there's no other verses apart from Genesis which...
Good day, everyone. what's been said.
Another very popular flat earth theory is that it's biblical that the earth is flat. So let's have a look at the Bible. We'll read the verses. It doesn't matter if you're religious or not. We're going to do it logically. Is the Bible telling us the earth is flat or not?
Yes.
Let's have a look. We're going to use Genesis. Now, the reason we're using Genesis is...
Watch this, guys. This is like what he was trying to explain now with that video previously. But watch what he's saying here. It's mind-boggling. He actually thinks he's describing what Genesis is saying.
Is the only time in the entire New or Old Testament where we see the entire earth described in the eyes of God from space as he's creating it. So there's no other verses apart from Genesis which describe how the earth would look. And if it's a flat plate, it would look like this. Now, remember, with no gravity, people can't live on the bottom of it because they will fall off. That's how the flat...
Okay, I'm going to have to stop it there. First,
well, I mean, he's making God as a sun, first of all.
Yeah.
He's saying Earth is in space as described by God. That's not what it says.
It doesn't say God was hovering over the waters. He's saying God was in space looking down at this. What?
But he's putting God as the sun.
Aye.
In space.
Wow.
What I'm getting is said that the biblical view is not logical. You got to look at it logically. Is that what he just said? Seriously?
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
No, this is illogical.
This is heresy. This is literal blasphemy. Actually, he's literally calling God He's making the creation God. He's calling the creation the sun that's created by God. He's calling God. Yeah.
That's right.
And then he puts a flat disk in space. He says, "Oh, nobody lives under a flat disk in space. No one has ever claimed that."
First of all, he made a declaration that the flat earth is not biblical. All to his own, he can say that. But God's handiwork being described through Moses. Okay? God spoke directly to Moses and told Moses what's going on. Now, a very, very big issue that's just popped up in this diagram we just showed. He put God as the sun. He puts God as this main sunlight in space, which is not biblical. He puts a flat disk, to put it, in space, which is not biblical or even flat earth argument. He puts then nobody lives here underneath because of gravity. Gravity is also...
Well, I'm glad it's pushing my backup channel, Matthew, because I need to get the backup channel growing as well.
Yeah,
because you never know how long this channel will last.
I think you got about 300-400 there, haven't you?
Almost 400 of them. I was 1 away this morning. Now I'm 5 away again from 4.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
No, from 500, I think. Was it 400? No, 400. But yeah, I'm happy it's pushing my backup channel. Thank you guys for being here, by the way. Hit the likes in that backup channel too. You guys rock. Yeah, Deuteronomy 4:19. When you look up at the sky, you see the sun, moon, and stars, and everything in the sky. Don't bow down and worship them, because the Lord your God has made these for all people. Exactly. Don't worship the creation, worship the creator.
Absolutely.
And this is why I do have an issue with people fighting tooth and nail for the heliocentric model in biblical terms, because they are sort of making creation their idol.
Yeah.
Why? Because a guy in a white lab coat says it has to be this way, so therefore it is.
Weird, eh?
Mm-hmm.
It would take somebody
So
got
not-
dude's word for it like that, but not God's word. Mental.
Exactly. Godzilla. Then sneak in through the south, and you too can be American Flatzoid. Hee-haw, man!
I'll keep you at my place, dude, when you get here. Don't worry.
So how are you guys happy that Trump the Savior has returned? Oh man,
Who again? Who? Trump the what?
Trump the Savior? And you not say? Didn't you hear? He's the Messiah. He's the Messiah saving America.
Oh yeah, of course. Make America great again.
Mm.
Well, nothing has changed since he got in so far, so I'll let you know.
Flat Earth based. Let's quickly go through what Genesis 1 actually says. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God and the morning were the first day. Keep
All
that
I gotta say to Godzilla, si, senor.
in mind as we will go back to this shortly.
Flat earthers believe in it. Even though there's no gravity, they would still drop off. That's why they can't live underneath it. But if it's a flat plate and God's light is above it, and God has separated the light from the darkness, and there is morning, evening and night all during this first day, so it's all happening simultaneously, and we know that light only travels in a straight line, that would mean that the entire thing will be lit up while the light is present, and there would be no part of it that wasn't lit up. So that means there can't actually be morning when there's less light, and there certainly can't be a night time. And
There is no space.
Quite clear. God saw the light is good. Not God is the light.
No, ether's the light, Flatzoid, and it travels through the background medium.
Yeah, but you see the point made, yeah, he was saying God is the light. He put God as the light. Now what he read there is God saw the light was good. So God is not the light that's described there. And he was making God as the light there.
And he but that's another video.
unless the entire light has gone away. So we know from that it's impossible for the Bible to be true and also for the earth to be flat. So no, it's false to say that the Bible describes a flat planet. So let's try that example again if we have a spherical...
What's a flat planet?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what's saying. He's taking and putting a flat planet in space and saying, "See,
Wow.
it doesn't work," and he's making God the light, which it clearly says in Genesis, God saw the light. He created, not
Yep.
he. So, in other words, God isn't the light that's spoken about in Genesis.
This kind of reminds me of Vsauce's like saucer gravity thing, and a little, but he didn't do the sun thing. Like,
But watch this, guy. Before we do that, he made a declaration on a straw man flat Earth model, which nobody pushes, and false doctrine scripture, which he made up. Which is the reason I'm doing this video, guys. Called as a brother in Christ to correct you and ask you to change your ways and ask for forgiveness. So I'm saying this out of love, brother. Stop insulting, stop going haywire and pushing everybody away. By the way, this is like the last time video I ever made to the guy, and I left him. And now this 2 days ago, all of a sudden he started coming up with insulting me and Adam again on stuff. I mean, he also said that he wants nothing after I released this. He never responded to it. I don't even know if he watched or anything. He just made a video saying he won't ever talk about flat Earth again. He won't respond. What's he doing now? Half his videos are now flat Earth again, attacking and insulting.
he needs likes and views. That's what it is.
Probably. Because you choose to believe. What he's pushing.
So this time we're going to have a spherical ball Earth, you know, the one the flat earthers really hate. And we're going to have exactly the same scenario. So because there is gravity and there is a circular Earth, this time, when God appears with his light and throws light on the Earth, we can indeed have morning, evening and night all at the same time.
It's way too loud for his phrases.
Yeah, but where was any of that in Genesis?
It's not. But his videos, his music is way too loud in the background.
Yeah, it's very loud. But unfortunately, I had to play it so you can actually hear him talk.
No, of course, I remember it. I remember the video being way too loud anyway. He does it in all his videos though, doesn't he? Generally.
Yeah, it's very loud.
It's kind of like your documentary, Flats. You had the music was way too loud. Sorry.
I still don't see where it's too loud though.
It's fine. It's fine.
But yeah, next time I do something, I'll get earphones to do something like that next time.
I'm just giving you crap.
But based on what he's showing now, the sphere version, what does any of his just put here in Genesis? Or is any of that in a day one in Genesis?
No, not a bit. Not a bit.
Time simultaneously.
Under the heaven be gathered up.
Awesome, thank you, Matthew. I appreciate it. Yeah, I was wondering because someone got a shirt, and I was like, I didn't know who it was. So thank you for speaking up. I'm glad you did. Really appreciate it, Matthew. He says he ordered a "My Jesus is a FE" shirt. Really, really awesome. I'm glad. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm working on a Christian merch line at the moment. I think you guys are going to like it. But yeah, appreciate all the support. You rock, Matthew. Thank you very much.
Up unto one place. The dry land.
Because there are people living all the way round now rather than just on one side of a flat object. So that means the morning, where there is less light but it's not dark yet, is at the sides where the sunlight is hitting the earth, but it isn't hitting it full on, and therefore there is phasing. There's like a gradient towards the nighttime where there is absolutely no light on the other side.
And there's another issue This is me correcting you and asking, please, man, please fix what you're busy pushing, because this is false doctrine. It's not a path God wants you to walk in. It's not a path I would like you to walk in. God's wrath would not be very lenient towards you based on changing scripture. The Bible is very clear. Deuteronomy 4 verse 2. You shall not add unto the word which I command you, neither shall you diminish aught from it, that ye may keep the commandments of the Lord your God, which I command you.
So that means Genesis can actually be true, and the earth can be a spinning ball, because if God is the light and he's up there and the ball is spinning, then it means the light phases round and you're always going to have an equal portion of morning, evening and also night. So that means Genesis can be true on a spherical earth logically, but it would be impossible for Genesis to be true if the world was indeed flat. So logically that's how it would appear to me. It's impossible to have a flat earth if the Bible is true, but if the Bible is true it would have to be a spherical earth in order to have morning, evening and night simultaneously. So that's all for now. Hope you enjoyed that and you learnt something. God bless you all, and I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah.
I learned he's a chef nugget, but did God rent the sphere Earth, dude? Did God just rent this thing and took over after the fact?
Well, apparently, based on him, the sphere Earth was just there, and then God came as the sun.
Aye.
Because
that's what I thought he said.
Because gravity.
No doubt. No doubt. No doubt.
It's really weird.
The glue that holds all their arguments together, but doesn't. But they'll never concede about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm surprised you went through the 2 hours. Ooh.
Oh yeah, so it is.
Can't believe it.
Wow. The bicep side.
So what time is your first?
10 a.m. 10. I'll put the link in. 10 a.m. GMT, and I've changed it from morning coffees to wake up, truth and coffee. That's it.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Great name. I'm telling you.
I like it.
Did this professor just debunk evolution? So it's still the same one I was going to do the other day, but I've just changed the title up a bit and stuff like that.
Well, you know, this is also like a blessing in disguise, though, because now you can restream those same videos again.
I would like to get all 200 odd of them back, though. I mean, now I haven't even got a video section because I haven't done a video yet, you know. I've just got one little loan.
Yeah, you can always download. But I mean, if you really want to, I can't even do from my channel.
Yeah.
So you can always download from my channel and stick it on your.
Oh, of course. I can't even do community posts yet.
And I'm sure Roger, you also got some of his on your channel as well.
Yeah, I do. I got a lot of them. Everyone you do, I try to put on my channel. Everyone he's done.
Nice.
And,
there's a few in there. There's a few in there. Nice. Oh yeah, sorry, Link.
And my grandson's got a plastic bat and he's trying to beat the crap out of me. So.
But that's it. It's all New Age. When people are claiming Jesus is the Son as SUN, it's New Age bullshit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When we do the stream tomorrow, if there's anybody there, we'll have to bear with me because I'm on the laptop. It sometimes has a little bit of a lag when I'm streaming.
But it's going to be an exciting stream tomorrow. But yeah, it's about this daily forward.
Nice.
That's all I can say.
Can't wait.
But you guys, make sure to catch PJ with his first live stream on his new channel tomorrow, 10 a.m. UK time.
Yeah, nice one.
Yeah, and Roger, do you have a show coming up?
Sorry, I should have one tonight. Me and Ryan should have a stream.
No.
And I did one last night for a couple hours because everybody's looking for BJ and they couldn't find him. So.
Oh, did you give him a link? Give him a link. I
Yeah.
get confused. last night. Yeah.
And we went over to Banners, and Vicky was over there. We're pushing your channel too. So
Nice.
we got you over 100 there. Yeah, at least.
Pretty good. Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Oh, no problem.
No telling the truth, DJ. I'll try.
I'll probably be on around 8 o'clock or so.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, guys, make sure to watch PJ live, watch Ryan live, and I appreciate you all. Be sure to watch us tomorrow live, because tomorrow is going to be an awesome stream. Thank you for everybody who's hit the likes already. If you haven't already, please do it now. Do share the show.
And don't forget to watch Ryan.
Don't forget to watch Ryan as well. R&R, awesome show. Thank you for the supporters on the show. Thank you for the memberships. You rock. Thank you for the super chats and PayPals and just support. By the way, and I do appreciate everybody that does pray for this channel, pray for me, and pray for everybody on the chat on the panel. We really do appreciate everybody's prayers, and note I do pray for you guys too daily. So I pray big blessings, and till tomorrow, may the press with you. Bye bye.
Ta-ta.
Later, guys.
Caca.
Signs of the divine. I'm made for something true. In God's plan, my path renews. Flat earth made by Him. My journey long yet thin. Purpose found in every day. Guided by Him.